Alright, Alpha fam, let's do a quick market update. Before we begin, I do want to say that nothing in this video is financial advice. Everything is for educational purposes only. This is just my own analysis on the market. Also, if you're new to this channel, if you could please like, comment, and subscribe, we really do appreciate all of this support. Let's get into the market, guys. So, we talked about this weekend, guys. What do we say happened? Trump comes out very aggressive over a holiday weekend, makes the tariff threat. After he makes the tariff threat, then the following week, they come to some type of agreement, hostilities die, the macro FUD event gets removed, and that's exactly what we had happen. All right, so Trump made this announcement yesterday, basically removing the 10% tariffs on the EU, and basically have come to some type of framework for a future deal dealing with Greenland. So the markets like that a lot, and you can see what actually happened here, and you can see this huge hammer nail right here, guys. After that announcement came in, just push price up very aggressively. All right. So with that being said, now we've removed the macro FUD event from the market. Now I think we should have a continuation up. Of course, today we do have some data coming out. One of them just came out, which was GDP came in way higher than expected, guys. 4.4, they were forecasting at 4.3, was last time 3.8. And then we also have some other data coming out at 10 a.m., which is core PCE, which we're going to be watching very closely. Both of those things combined, along with removing the macro FUD event, as long as the data points come out decent today, we should get a continuation to the upside. We've so far retraced 50% of the move. Remember, guys, every major move will be retraced 50%. So you can see this is like a 21%, 22% move right here. If I go all the way up, here it goes. So yeah, a little under 22%. I guarantee you at least 11% of this move has been retraced. Boom. Look at that, guys. You can literally watch this stuff and have a great idea of where things are going to come back to just applying some of these basic principles, guys. All right. With that being said, we also bounced off the trend line like we talked about yesterday, which was very important. So we bounced off the trend line, guys. The macro FUD event's been removed. I think now that that's all transpired, we should hopefully have a decent day. All right, as long as no weird stuff comes out over the next couple of days. Of course, we're still waiting for the U.S. market to open. We've got a little bit of time. I'm a big believer in directional of the U.S. market. Is you can usually get a good idea based upon what the futures did. You can see that NASDAQ yesterday came to the bottom of our range that we talked about and literally bounced off of it perfectly, guys. Nailed it, and now it's back above the 50. S&P 500 is back above the 50. Futures is back above the 50. So all of these look really, really good right now, guys. Everything's back above the 50. Everything looks pretty good. Now we just need crypto to kind of catch up, which I think it is, guys. It was crazy because after you've seen that announcement happen, you've seen gold and silver dump pretty hard yesterday. When that announcement came, you can see it right here. Same thing happened on silver. Right there. So with that being said, guys, with all these things combined, one other thing too to highlight, we did close a CME gap. We had this hourly CME gap right here. We got to close it as well, which looks really good. Now, we still need to reclaim some levels, guys, which I think we will. I think today should be a decent day in the market. I don't expect anything crazy to happen because we've removed the macro FUD event from the market. Typically when you do that, we're just kind of chopping sideways waiting for the US market to open. But typically when you remove these macro FUD events and then the market has some direction, then it can continue to move up. Again, we've been gearing up for 2026 for a while, guys. We've been talking about it. We think the reasons why we think it's going to be extremely bullish. And if you can go watch one of our older videos where I really break this stuff down. So let's look at Bitcoin dominance, guys. We've been talking about it. It's been making a little bit move higher than I like, but it's still below the 50 on the weekly, which looks good. So as long as it stays below that, I am perfectly fine. We have USDT dominance, which is in a major area of resistance. It's starting to reject. We want to see this thing get back below the 50 like it was over here. But again, it's in a major area of resistance every time it comes in here. Not just this time, guys, but this general area has been a major area of resistance this entire cycle. You can see every time we've come in here since the cycle started, we've always rejected, and then hopefully we get another rejection on this one, guys. All right. With all that's being said, guys, I'm watching these things again really, really closely. Watching Ethereum. Ethereum has come down. It did the same thing, kind of did this bounce down here. We need to see it reclaim some levels. Even on Ethereum versus Bitcoin, guys, You can see that it lost its 50 the other day. All right. And it's come back down into this basically this major area of support. You can see it's every time it's come in here, it's bounced out. So we need to reclaim some levels, guys. This definitely took away some of the momentum that we had, and we need to reclaim it. I've said it before, though. I didn't think this move was going to be played out in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I figured it would be a multi-month move that played out over the course of the next like 3 to 6 months. It's hard to put a date on it. We have a lot of things to look forward to this year. We've gone over them pretty extensively. But more than anything, guys, quantitative easing is here. We are in an easing schedule. As long as, and I think this is the reason why Trump did what he did on the day that he did it, because he needs to make sure that any of his anything that he wants to do that's maybe a little controversial or that's going to have an effect negatively on the markets, he needs to get them out the way now, because he can't be pulling this kind of stunts during midterms or going into midterms. And he needs to win midterms. They are so crucial for Trump to win, guys. You have to understand that. And once you understand that, then it allows you to understand the reasons that he does what he does, and that you can pretty much bank that he's going to do anything he can to try to pump these markets to Valhalla going into midterms. All right? With that being said, guys, if this is the first time you've ever landed on one of my videos, my name's Coach JM. I've been in the crypto market for going on 5 years now. I'm also an expert in Capital Club, where I host the Crypto Talk workshops. I'm the founder of Alpha Syndicate. And if this is stuff that you're trying to learn, if you want to understand macroeconomics, fundamentals, if you want to know the projects and the different things that we're investing in, if you want to learn technical analysis and how we combine all three of these together to give us an edge over the market, click the link below. We'll see you inside.